Well, TexPIRG, I hope, will be established fully by the beginning of next fall. It's totally student-controlled and student-funded and will be run by students totally on a state level and a local level. We have three major objectives. Hopefully we can identify and analyze problems in environmental and consumer protection. Secondly, we can appear before legislative and administrative boards that have control over these certain problems in the areas. And thirdly, if necessary, we can follow through with litigation with the help of these professional people, such as attorneys and scientists of all sorts.
Well, it's I guess a curtain. We took one of the curtains off the aircraft, and we took some conduit, electrical conduit, and made a frame and actually put around some GI bunks that we have in the airplane that we care for crew rest on the airplane.
How did this all come to pass in the first place?
We just did it more or less as for Mrs. Ayers. Just I don't know.
You were not under orders, and you would not call it a stateroom?
No, not at all. It's just something that we thought up ourselves and put in there. It had nothing to do with any orders from anyone.
Women are on the move in this state, and the Texas Women's Political Caucus, meeting this weekend, intends to exercise some feminine muscle in this year's statewide elections. As the wife of the late Medgar Evers put it, women don't need to keep both hands on the cradle any longer. They need to take one hand off and rock the boat. Rocking the boat means not only getting women involved in politics, it means getting women elected.
And what better organization can we have to see that we move in that direction effectively than the National Women's Political Caucus? And I say that this organization deserves all of the support and the effort that we can give it, and see to it that it spreads throughout this country, and that it serves, if you will, as a hammer if necessary, or as a soft glove, to see that women have an opportunity to do and to be what we know we can do and what we know we can be.
In concrete terms, the Texas Women's Political Caucus intends to push women into the political arena, organize a women's lobby, and come out with endorsements for the statewide elections. The collective voice of this women's caucus is saying to all women, get your foot into that closed door and say to all men, move over, our day has come.
The second day of the National Black Political Convention here in Gary, Indiana, got underway under security measures that would be rivaled only by that afforded the President of the United States. The rumors are running rampant, ranging from a political kidnapping to mass disruption during the General Assembly of the convention. However, Gary's Black Police Chief, Charles Boone, isn't taking any chances. It has been reported that as many as 40 of Gary's so-called troublemakers have been rounded up in jail during the week leading up to this convention. It seems that those 10,000 delegates expected to attend this convention was an inflated guess. I have not been able to get an accurate attendance figure, but one of the convention staffers estimated unofficially that there are about 5,000 delegates and observers here. The purpose of the convention is to correlate black political activity nationally and to determine which slate of candidates, if any at all in fact, the National Black Caucus will endorse. At this point, there are numbers of uncertainties hanging over this convention, but there is one thing that just about everyone agrees on. From the Black Fire and Police Chiefs right down to the Mayor's official welcoming committee, the Hatcherettes, it's next to impossible to go anywhere in Gary, Indiana without seeing evidence of the finely tuned political machinery of Mayor Richard Hatcher of Gary, Indiana. Gene McIntyre in Gary, Indiana for Channel 8 News on the Move.
Well, I imagine the major problem here is, as it is in most areas across the country, stubborn, resistant unemployment, the fact we can't get our people back to work, the fact that the recovery from this engineered recession has been the slowest by far of any recovery of the last 3 recessions, and the uncertainties of the future.
What do you do about all this?
Well, there's 2 things we think the administration and the Congress could do to give the economy a lift and to give it the momentum which would feed upon itself. One of those would be the immediate creation of at least 500,000 public service jobs to go to work at all the work that needs to be done in our cities, and I'm sure Dallas and Fort Worth are no different, because that money would immediately be spent. The other is to make a very substantial increase in Social Security benefits, because that money too would immediately be spent.
The sign in front is broken now. One of the letters is missing, but it doesn't make any difference anymore. This is the last night for Abe's Colony Club, a landmark in downtown Dallas for more than 30 years. The number of girls who have passed through this club is legion. Now the bandstand, which used to see a live band every night, lies forgotten backstage. The last of the big bands here is a tape recorder. The girls are still there, for tonight only. They don't remember the old days, the days when Errol Flynn came in and the autograph hunting mob tore up the bar. Sally Rand once worked here. So did Ann Corio, Christine Jorgensen, the chaplain of Bourbon Street. Abe Weinstein, the club's owner for 34 years, remembered some of the other old days for me.
Well, we've had Lily Sincere, which is world famous, Evelyn West. Oh, there's so numerous.
How does it feel having to close what is really a landmark in downtown Dallas?
It's a sad feeling, Phil. Truly is. It's like leaving or losing a friend, losing something that you, well, year after year, or month after day, night after night, I've lived this life.
In the last 34 years, how has the legitimate burlesque business changed?
Well, since the movies have come in, and since the laws have become so lax as far as the entertainers are, the competition has become greater. And my business, I have still stuck to the old legitimate operation. My operators, my entertainers and my people have still got rules to go by. We don't go bottomless and topless and things like that. We still keep it on a high scale. I still have the same high-class clientele that I had.
There are a lot of people in Dallas, probably, who will be glad to see the Colony Club close. It was the last stronghold of legitimate burlesque in Dallas. Well, the sign is broken now. Some of the letters are missing. Maybe it doesn't make any difference anyway. Colony Club was going to close.